been competing since 2006. I started out lightweight bodybuilding in NPC. Eventually, I transitioned over to men's physique. I had a serious knee injury to my right knee. I've had 7 knee surgeries, meniscus transplant, cartilage transplant, microfracture surgeries, and numerous other surgeries on my right knee. So I couldn't really move forward with bodybuilding the way I wanted to. So I'd almost given up. And then men's physique came along, to where they didn't require, legs to be huge. Not saying I got chicken legs or anything like that. I still train legs, but I can't put that stress on my knee because I need a knee replacement. So that's not happening. I'm too young, too handsome. Now, so anyway, men's physique came about, and I gave it a shot, and I had success at it, and I like being on the stage. I've always loved performing, whether it be, I used to dance back in the day, break dancing and all that stuff, do dance routines. So it came natural. I thrive on, being in front of big crowds and stuff. I don't get nervous. I feed off of the energy. As long as it's not booing and stuff, then I'll clam up. But so with that said, men's physique, it was a little different than bodybuilding, because bodybuilding you can actually put on a display of your muscles and doing routines and stuff like that. So I had to try to incorporate something to my routine to make it unique. And I just love posing, and so that's where the ant pose came from. I was like, what could I do that's something different that nobody's doing in the men's physique circuit? So I came up with it, and I asked a friend about it, and they was like, man, there ain't nothing wrong with doing it. Because I was like, you think the judges will count off if I did something like that? Because it's not traditional. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it. First time I did it was at the Pittsburgh Pro. Ended up like 15th that year. But it was my first pro show. So, you gotta take your baby steps, Some guys are able to, come in and just dominate right off. I had to take baby steps. So, but I did it, and ever since then, that's been my pose. Every time I come out, it's my signature pose. So if you see it on somebody else, y'all know where it came from. But as far as me becoming a pro, I became a pro back in 2014 at Masters Nationals here in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has been lovely to me. But I turned pro there, and as soon as I turned pro, I hit the ground running, man. I had a plan. I was like, I don't plan to dominate or win anything this first year, out, but I want to be seen. So I just started doing shows after shows. I'm not talking local. I travel. I put money on it, took my savings and everything, and I traveled. And I did these shows. I got help from friends, and they took care of me, as much as they could to get me to these shows. Shout out to Kenya Barnes with Get Flawless Hair. She was like my very first sponsor. She would tell me what shows that I could possibly place in, and I would go, Dre Dillard, she was my first mentor that actually convinced me to do men's physique. So these people played a very instrumental part early on in my pro career. So like I said, I went to these shows, I traveled, and I did them. Didn't do well, but each time I would get critique from the judges, and I would go work on it. So the next time I would come out, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna run across these judges again. As long as they see improvement, and next thing you know, I start placing. Because I guess they see this guy's hungry. He's not just doing shows that's convenient for him, they're local. He was just in Florida this week, now he's in Atlanta. He was just in Pittsburgh, now he's over here in Toronto, different stuff like that. So it's not, I'm not doing them just out of convenience. I'm trying to get exposure and show these judges that I'm serious about what I'm doing. And that's a tip that I would tell any newcomer that's a pro. Don't do shows that's just local. If you're serious about trying to get your name out there, you need to get on a plane. You need to travel. Invest in it, get you a posing coach, get you a good coach, follow the plan, and do it, So that first year out, like I said, I didn't place much. I think right at the end, I started placing. My last 2 shows, I think I ended up 5th place at the Europa, Then I went to Atlanta and I came in 4th place. So I was like, it's on next season. You know, I gotta go progress from here. So next season, I hit the ground running. I did the Corina Nascimento show, came in 4th place, did the Arnold. I thought I was top 10, but you know, either way, it was a good experience for me to be on stage with so many of the top elite pros to see where I was at, you know, and then on top of that, it's the Arnold. Who wouldn't want to do the Arnold? So, you know, I have experience now. You know, I can say I'm on my 12th show, pro show. So I know judges now, you know, I know what judges look for. If they like my physique, I'm not gonna go do a show where I know the judges like a smaller frame or a bigger frame that's not gonna be for me. So you learn that stuff by doing these shows. So I would definitely recommend that. But with me, like I said, I took some bumps in the road. You know, I went and did a show where I was forgotten about on stage. It hurt, it was embarrassing, but I moved on, I learned from it, and I didn't give up. Went and got another coach, Brian Hordick, TC Muscle, and we hit the ground running, and ever since I've been with him, it's been up. First show out the gate with him, Diana Godot Classic. I won it, got to qualify for Olympia, went to Kentucky, placed 3rd at the Kentucky Muscle last year. Then came out this year, first show, we did Pittsburgh Pro against some stiff competition. I came in 5th place. I'm truly grateful for that. Like, I was up against Raymond Edmonds, George Brown, Andre Ferguson, Scott Dennis, Chase Savoy, and I came in 5th place. So I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. Then I went to Toronto and I did the same thing, 5th place. So this last show that I did in Denver, my Hot Pro, didn't turn out the way I wanted it, but you know, I did 3 shows when I didn't need to. I was already qualified. But that shows hard work, and it shows these judges that I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to be amongst the elite. So how bad do you really want it? Do you want to do a 1 show and be done? Or do you want to, if this is what you do, you're a competitor, compete. You know what I mean? So that was what I wanted. I wanted to get out here and get some feedback. I got it. Now it's time to go take a little vacation, reset, and head back and hit this prep hard for the for the Olympia 2017. You know, this stuff is not guaranteed. You got to put in work every year. There ain't none of this gonna be given to you. So I'm gonna maximize my opportunity every chance I get, and I'm gonna bust my ass, and that's what I'm doing. You know, I know I'm gonna get a victory eventually. You know, I've had it once, and you're forever gonna chase that high, because I can't even describe it. It's just, it makes you forget about all the hardships that you've had. You know, so for all of y'all young, new pros, hit the ground running, man. Hit the ground running. Get your name out there. Grind. That's the best advice I can give you.